Part 2. Dr. Eleanor Vance. My Journey to Discovering Nutrition. Truths for Seniors. Hello, dear friends. I'm Dr. Eleanor Vance, and for over 30 years, I've been working in geriatric nutrition from my cozy practice here in the beautiful mountains of Colorado. In that time, I've witnessed thousands of health stories from people in their golden years. I've seen miraculous transformations when they adjusted seemingly small habits, particularly with the types of milk they consumed. My passion for senior nutrition didn't begin with textbooks or medical journals. It started with the most important person in my world, my beloved mother. She was such a vibrant, life-loving woman who could out-garden neighbors half her age. But after she turned 65, Mom began experiencing troubling digestive issues and joint discomfort, despite religiously drinking her daily milk as her doctor had always recommended. Watching her struggle with these uncomfortable symptoms, seeing her energy slowly drain away, and hearing her say things like, "I guess this is just what happens when you get old," it broke my heart. That's what drove me to dig deeper, to question everything I thought I knew about nutrition for older adults. What I discovered changed not only my mother's life, but shaped my entire career. I learned that not all milk is created equal, and more importantly, that our body's needs and abilities change significantly as we age. The milk that served us well in our younger years might not serve us well anymore. In fact, some types of milk can actually work against us. The journey of helping my mother regain her comfort, energy, and joy became the foundation of everything I do today. She lived to be 94, active and vibrant right up until her final days. And I know that the nutritional changes we made, starting with something as simple as switching her milk, played a huge role in those quality years. That's why I'm here with you today, because I believe every senior deserves to feel their best, to wake up with energy, to enjoy their meals without discomfort, and to age gracefully with vitality. And sometimes, it starts with something as simple as what we pour into our morning coffee or over our cereal. Part 3. Whole milk, the creamy culprit that might be weighing you down. The first type of milk I want us to examine closely together, and this might surprise many of you, is whole milk. Yes, that rich, creamy milk that many people believe is the most nutritious option. But after age 60, the high saturated fat content in whole milk can become a real problem for your body. Here's what happens. Those saturated fats don't just affect your cholesterol levels, though they certainly can raise your bad cholesterol, LDL, and put pressure on your cardiovascular system, which needs extra protection at our age. They also promote a state of chronic, low-level inflammation throughout your body. And chronic inflammation, my friends, is at the root of so many age-related health issues, from arthritis to heart disease to cognitive decline. The American Heart Association has consistently warned about the connection between high saturated fat intake from dairy products and increased cardiovascular events in older adults. But it's not just about heart health. It's about how you feel every single day. As we age, our bodies process fats differently. The enzymes responsible for breaking down fats may decrease, making it harder to digest large amounts of saturated fat. This leads to that heavy, uncomfortable feeling in your stomach, bloating, and sluggish digestion that so many of my patients complained about before we made changes. Let me tell you about Robert, a retired high school principal from Denver who came to see me at age 71. Robert was dealing with high cholesterol and persistent fatigue, despite drinking 2 large glasses of whole milk every day, because he thought it would give him energy and keep his bones strong. He'd been active all his life, but suddenly felt like he was running on empty most days. When we transitioned Robert to a lighter milk option with less saturated fat, the changes were remarkable. Within just 2 months, not only had his cholesterol numbers improved significantly, but Robert called me with excitement in his voice, saying, "Dr. Vance, I have enough energy to take my morning walks again. I'm even planning hiking trips with my grandchildren," something I hadn't felt up to doing in years. What Robert discovered, and what I want you to understand, is that reducing saturated fat isn't about depriving yourself. It's about removing a burden from your digestive system and your cardiovascular system so they can function optimally. When your body isn't working overtime to process heavy, hard-to-digest fats, that energy gets redirected to making you feel vibrant and strong. The goal isn't to eliminate all fats. Healthy fats are crucial for seniors. The goal is to choose fats that work with your aging body, not against it. We'll talk about some wonderful alternatives that can give you all the creamy satisfaction you love without the inflammatory burden. Remember, small changes in what we consume can lead to big improvements in how we feel and function every day. Part 4. Sweetened condensed milk. The hidden sugar bomb in your kitchen. Now, let's talk about a type of milk that many of you might not drink directly every day, but that sneaks into your diet through coffee drinks, desserts, and sweet treats you enjoy. Sweetened condensed milk. This is truly a sugar and fat bomb that can wreak havoc on anyone over 60. Here's the frightening truth. Sweetened condensed milk contains an astronomical amount of concentrated sugar that can cause dangerous blood sugar spikes, disrupt your insulin response, and place an enormous burden on your pancreas. We're talking about nearly 20 grams of sugar in just a single tablespoon. That's almost 5 teaspoons of pure sugar in one small serving. The American Diabetes Association continuously warns about the dangers of consuming excessive refined sugars, especially in liquid or concentrated forms, regarding the risk of developing type 2 diabetes and related complications. After age 60, our bodies become less efficient at processing these sugar surges, making us particularly vulnerable to these dramatic blood sugar swings. But the problems don't stop with blood sugar. The combination of concentrated sugar and dense fat in sweetened condensed milk is incredibly difficult to digest, often causing bloating, gas, abdominal discomfort, and that sluggish, tired feeling after eating. Something none of us want to experience at this stage of life. It also feeds harmful bacteria in your gut, throwing off the delicate balance of your digestive microbiome. Let me share Margaret's story with you. Margaret was a 67-year-old retired teacher from Fort Collins who absolutely loved her afternoon Vietnamese-style iced coffee, which uses plenty of sweetened condensed milk. She came to me complaining of persistent heartburn and what she called brain fog that would settle in every afternoon, making her feel mentally sluggish and tired. Margaret was convinced these symptoms were just part of getting older, but I suspected her beloved coffee drink might be the culprit. We decided to experiment by replacing the sweetened condensed milk with a small amount of unsweetened almond milk and just a touch of pure maple syrup for sweetness. The transformation was remarkable. Within just 2 weeks, Margaret's heartburn completely disappeared, and she called me, laughing with joy. "Dr. Vance, it's like someone lifted a fog from my brain. I can think clearly all afternoon now, and I actually have energy for my evening book club again." I can't believe something so simple made such a huge difference. What Margaret learned, and what I want you to understand, is that our bodies after 60 are incredibly sensitive to sugar overload. When we flood our systems with concentrated sugars, especially combined with heavy fats, we're essentially asking our bodies to work overtime when they need gentle, steady fuel instead. The beauty is that you don't have to give up sweetness entirely. There are natural, gentle ways to add sweetness to your favorite drinks and foods without the inflammatory burden of processed, concentrated sugars. We'll explore those wonderful alternatives that can satisfy your sweet tooth while supporting your health. Part 5. 3 more hidden enemies and how to transition smartly. Now, let's examine 3 more types of milk that deserve your careful attention. While these might not shock you as much as the first 2, their hidden dangers are very real, especially for those of us navigating life after 60. Rice milk often seems like a healthy alternative, but here's what most people don't know. It has an extremely high glycemic index, meaning it spikes your blood sugar almost as quickly as drinking sugar water. For someone over 60, whose glucose tolerance may already be compromised, this can be particularly problematic. Additionally, rice milk is nutritionally sparse compared to other plant-based options, giving you mostly empty calories when your body needs nutrient density more than ever. There's another concerning issue. Rice can absorb arsenic from soil and water during growing. While the FDA monitors these levels, some rice milk products have been found to contain concerning amounts of inorganic arsenic, a toxic substance that can accumulate in your body over time. This is especially worrying for seniors who may have been exposed to environmental toxins throughout their lives. Chocolate milk, strawberry milk, vanilla milk. These childhood favorites are loaded with added sugars, artificial colors, and synthetic flavors that your mature digestive system simply doesn't need. A single cup of chocolate milk can contain up to 24 grams of added sugar. That's 6 teaspoons. Your body after 60 is far more sensitive to these sugar rushes, which can lead to energy crashes, mood swings, and increased inflammation. These artificial additives can also irritate sensitive digestive systems, causing symptoms that many seniors mistakenly attribute to aging rather than dietary choices. The artificial colors, particularly, have been linked to increased inflammation in some sensitive individuals. Here's where it gets tricky. Even some plant-based milks can work against you. Many inexpensive, mass-produced nut milks contain controversial thickeners like carrageenan, which some studies suggest may promote inflammation in sensitive individuals. They're also loaded with preservatives, hidden sugars, often listed under different names, and sometimes even high amounts of sodium. Making changes doesn't have to happen overnight, and it shouldn't feel overwhelming. After 3 decades of helping seniors make dietary transitions, here's my gentle, proven approach. Replace just 1 serving of your current milk with a better option each day. If you have milk in your morning coffee, start there. Success builds on success, and small victories create lasting change. This is crucial. Learn to read ingredient lists like a pro. Look for short, simple ingredient lists with words you can actually pronounce. Prioritize products labeled unsweetened. You can always add natural sweetness yourself. There's a wonderful world of healthy milk alternatives out there. Don't settle for the first one you try if it doesn't appeal to you. Your taste preferences matter, and finding options you genuinely enjoy is key to long-term success. If switching completely feels too drastic, start by mixing your old milk with a new option. Use 75% old milk and 25% new milk for the first week, then gradually adjust the ratio. This helps your taste buds adapt naturally. Pay attention to how you feel after making changes. Do you have more energy, less bloating, better digestion, improved sleep? These signals from your body are more valuable than any nutritional chart. Let me give you a practical example. If you currently enjoy flavored coffee creamer, try switching to unsweetened almond milk with a drop of pure vanilla extract and a tiny drizzle of raw honey. You'll be amazed at how much better it tastes and how much better you feel. Remember, this journey is about addition, not just subtraction. We're not just taking things away. We're adding better options that will make you feel more vibrant, energetic, and comfortable in your own body. The goal is to end up with choices that serve your health while still bringing you joy and satisfaction. Part 6. Your 5 Golden Allies. The magnificent milk alternatives. Now comes the exciting part. Let's explore the milk alternatives that will truly become your health allies after 60. These aren't just substitutes. They're upgrades that can transform how you feel every single day. Unsweetened almond milk is like a gentle friend to your digestive system. It's naturally low in calories, completely lactose-free, contains no cholesterol, and is typically fortified with calcium and vitamin D, 2 nutrients that become absolutely crucial for bone health as we age. What makes almond milk special is its anti-inflammatory properties. Almonds contain vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that helps combat the chronic inflammation that can accelerate aging. For seniors dealing with joint discomfort or general inflammation, this can be particularly beneficial. Let me tell you about Dorothy, a spirited 69-year-old retired librarian from Boulder, who came to see me suffering from persistent bloating that made her uncomfortable all day long. She thought it was just part of getting older. But when we switched her from regular milk to unsweetened almond milk for her morning oatmeal and afternoon tea, something wonderful happened. Within just 3 weeks, Dorothy called me, her voice filled with joy. "Dr. Vance, I can't believe it. The bloating is completely gone. I feel light and comfortable again, and I have energy to tend to my flower garden all morning. It's like I got my body back." Dorothy's transformation wasn't unusual. It's what happens when we remove digestive irritants and replace them with gentle, nourishing alternatives. Here's a fantastic option that many seniors overlook: unsweetened, organic soy milk. It's a complete protein source, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs. This is particularly important for seniors, as maintaining muscle mass becomes more challenging with age, and adequate protein intake is crucial. Soy milk also contains isoflavones, plant compounds that research suggests may support heart health and bone density, especially beneficial for women after menopause. The key is choosing organic, non-GMO varieties to ensure you're getting the highest quality product. I always tell my patients to listen to their bodies with soy milk, as some people are more sensitive to soy than others. But for those who tolerate it well, it can be an excellent source of nutrition and satisfaction. Oat milk has gained popularity for good reason. It contains beta-glucan, a type of soluble fiber that has been shown to help lower cholesterol levels and support digestive health. This is particularly valuable for seniors who need to maintain healthy cholesterol levels. Oat milk has a naturally creamy texture and subtle sweetness that makes it perfect for coffee, cereal, or smoothies. The beta-glucan also helps stabilize blood sugar levels, preventing those energy spikes and crashes that can make you feel tired and sluggish. I'm talking about the drinking variety of coconut milk, not the thick canned version used for cooking. Unsweetened coconut milk beverage provides medium-chain triglycerides, MCTs, which are easily absorbed fats that can provide quick, sustained energy without the heavy feeling that comes from other types of fats. Coconut milk has a unique tropical flavor that can make healthy eating feel more like a treat than a chore. It's particularly good for seniors who need easy-to-digest fats for energy and nutrient absorption. Just remember to use it in moderation, as it does contain more calories than some other options. Cashew milk offers an incredibly smooth, creamy texture with a mild, pleasant flavor that appeals to almost everyone. It's typically lower in calories than dairy milk, while still providing satisfaction and richness to your beverages and cereals. Cashews are rich in healthy monounsaturated fats and minerals like copper and magnesium, which support bone health and energy metabolism, both important concerns for active seniors. Here's what I tell all my patients about choosing and using these wonderful alternatives. This is non-negotiable. Sweetened versions can contain as much sugar as soda, defeating the entire purpose of making a healthy switch. You can always add natural sweetness yourself with a touch of pure maple syrup, raw honey, or fresh fruit. Choose brands that have added calcium and vitamin D. After 60, you need about 1,200 mg of calcium daily, and getting adequate vitamin D becomes increasingly important for bone health and immune function. The shorter and simpler, the better. You want to see ingredients like almonds, water, sea salt, rather than a long list of chemicals and preservatives. Don't feel like you have to stick with just one type. I have patients who use almond milk in their morning coffee, oat milk in their cereal, and coconut milk in their smoothies. Variety keeps things interesting and ensures you get different nutritional benefits. Once opened, these products typically last 7 to 10 days in the refrigerator. Always shake well before using, as natural separation is normal and doesn't indicate spoilage. The transformation that happens when seniors make these simple switches never ceases to amaze me. Better digestion, more stable energy, reduced inflammation, improved sleep. These aren't just hopeful promises. They're real outcomes I see in my practice every day. Remember, you're not just avoiding problematic foods. You're actively choosing options that support your body's changing needs. These milk alternatives work with your digestive system, not against it, providing nutrition without the burden. Part 7. Your journey to optimal health. The choice is in your hands. Dear friends, choosing the right type of milk isn't just about avoiding negative effects. It's about actively bringing positive benefits to your body. A healthier digestive system, stronger bones, more abundant energy, and a sharper mind. Imagine waking up each morning without that heavy, uncomfortable feeling, ready to embrace a new day with vitality and enthusiasm. This journey of health and wellness is deeply personal, but you're not alone in it. Start with one small change today. It could be as simple as trying unsweetened almond milk in your morning coffee instead of whole milk, or switching from flavored milk to pure, natural alternatives. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Which of these golden milk options will you try first? Or perhaps you have an experience you'd like to share with our community. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear to take their first step toward better health. If this video has brought value to your life, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and share it with the people you care about. Knowledge is most powerful when it's shared with love. Next week, we'll explore 5 cooking oils you should never use after 60, and the heart-healthy alternatives that will transform your kitchen. You won't want to miss this important information. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I'm Dr. Eleanor Vance, and I wish you days filled with vibrant health and joy, starting with the smart choices you make at every meal. Remember, small changes can lead to extraordinary transformations. Your best years are still ahead of you. Have you ever wondered why, despite drinking milk every single day because you believe it's good for your bones and overall health, you still feel bloated and uncomfortable, experience skin issues, or even suffer from those mysterious aches and pains that seem to come from nowhere? Most of us grew up with the unwavering belief that milk is liquid gold, especially as we age. But what if I told you that some of the most common types of milk you trust and consume daily might actually be silently undermining your health from the inside out, particularly after you turn 60? I know this sounds like it goes against everything you've ever been told. Doctors, nutritionists, and health experts across generations have been recommending milk to us. And yes, some types of milk are genuinely beneficial. But here's what many people don't realize. Our bodies change dramatically when we cross that 60-year threshold. Our digestive systems become more sensitive. Our ability to tolerate certain components declines. And what once nourished us in our 40s might now become a burden we never saw coming. The truth is, not all milk is created equal, and certainly not all bodies respond the same way, especially as the years add up. Your morning glass of milk could be the hidden culprit behind that afternoon energy crash, those digestive issues you've been attributing to just getting older, or even that persistent inflammation that seems to affect everything from your joints to your sleep quality. Please stay with me until the end of this video, because what you're about to discover isn't just about avoiding a few types of milk. This could be the key to breaking free from chronic fatigue, improving your digestion, reducing inflammation, and even protecting your bones and joints more effectively than you ever imagined possible. Ignoring this information might mean continuing to endure unnecessary health struggles that could be improved simply by making smarter choices right in your own kitchen. What I'm about to share with you comes from over 3 decades of working with seniors, watching real transformations happen when people make these simple but powerful adjustments. This isn't about depriving yourself or following some complicated diet. It's about understanding your changing body and giving it exactly what it needs to thrive in your golden years.